Well, hello everyone, I'm Dr. Stock, and this video is for entertainment purposes only. Today, I have an opportunity for you that I think is absolutely huge, and it deals with XPeng. Not only do I think that they have future fundamental value, but I think that they also have near-term breakout opportunities that are going to give us a short-term window in order to really capitalize on some of the stock price action that we have. So I want to share that with you, and so strap in, get ready, let's get ready to rock. All right, welcome back. First, if you like what I have to say, go ahead and hit that like button. And, you can do it now. If you know that you like my videos, if you know by the end that you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to check out any of those referral links, Moomoo, get your free stocks. Webull, get your free stocks. Absolutely awesome. Free money, free gains right off the bat. And it helps me out, helps support the channel in the process. The more I see, the more support I can provide. So just keep that in mind. Thank you very much. And if you really, really want to support me and really, keep tabs on the stock and crypto space, then there's the Patreon that's also down there. You can click that link, join me over at the Patreon. Absolutely love to see you over there. Let's move on to XPeng. So I'll share out my screen for you. So this was published today at 10:40 a.m. from Barron's. XPeng's earnings show Chinese companies are maturing. We already know that about the Chinese EV companies. Now we have a little bit of breakdown for us talking about it. So XPeng reported 582 million in second quarter sales. Analysts projected 552 million. So it's awesome that we have a decent beat there over the analyst projections, which is absolutely awesome. And then they say on top of that, 756 million for the third quarter is what they're projecting. And remember, we are in the midst of a semiconductor shortage, and XPeng's like, we got this, we're growing anyway. So the fact that they're able to rotate so well through that semiconductor shortage and any supply chain issues is absolutely wonderful for the company. So it says about where the shares ended up, and that the shares rose 33% after the company reported third quarter earnings in 2020. The stock dropped 10% after second quarter earnings in 2020. Volatility appears to be falling for the new EV companies, and I think that people are starting to come around to the fact that the EVs are here to stay and that they're only going to grow from here hugely over the next 5 to 10 years. And it's just going to be an incredible ride. So it's nice to be in early. And so I think that you should be excited about this, because I know I'm excited about this. So we see JP Morgan analyst raising price target to 58 from $50. I also have a Bank of America one for you that says that the price target's been raised to $61. So from where it's at right now, around $40 per share, that's huge amounts of upside over the next 12 months. So moving on from there, it says the company is going to have 350 stores by the year end, up from about 200 stores now. That's 75% more stores for XPeng by the end of the year. So absolutely incredible that they're able to grow that way and that they have such rampant expansion. And I really think that is going to play out well over time in terms of scalability for them. And they are hugely popular over in China. So besides NIO, I think that XPeng really has some major leadership to it and also some amazing staying power as well. So it says the average analyst price target is now about 54.50. We'll take a look at that on tip ranks and see what they have to say over there. But keep in mind that we do have that. Let's move over here into Seeking Alpha. And for Seeking Alpha, it talks about the Q2 estimate with deliveries up 439% year over year and guides Q3 revenue above consensus. So the fact that there's an upward revision is very bullish for XPeng moving forward. So here we have for XPeng that year over year growth is over 5x, 439% year over year, 30% quarter over quarter. And we absolutely want to see quarter over quarter growth, especially because last year's pandemic. Keep that in mind when you see those huge numbers. They are mitigated a little bit. Quarter over quarter growth for these near-term gains. The fact that this is through the chip shortage, this is through supply chain issues, and they are persevering really well with the amount of units that they're able to deliver. So then they also talk about more growth that we have, almost 45% quarter over quarter for their P7, and then 97% support XPilot 2.5 and XPilot 3.0. I keep stuttering. I'm just so excited about this. I really want to get to the big news, and so that's coming very soon. So stay tuned, and I will get to that opportunity that I think that we have in front of us. So the revenues for vehicle sales increased over 6x. To 551 million, mainly due to higher vehicle delivery, especially for the P7 revenues from services, and others grew 256.2 to $24.7 million. So we also get gross margin rate 11.9% versus negative 2.7% a year ago. So awesome to see that gross margin rate move into the positives and strongly into the positives as well. Vehicle margin was 11% versus negative 5.6 1 year ago. And then we get something from XPeng, the chairman and CEO of XPeng. Notably, deliveries for the first half of 2021 exceeded the total deliveries for the full year 2020, reaching 30,738. So over a 5x increase year over year. So, I mean, this is wonderful. Definitely something to applaud for XPeng. I think it's a huge win for them, and I think it's going to translate really well to the stockholders in the future. But like I said, there's a near-term opportunity there. I believe that's shaping up for us as well, as long as the market bias is with us and as long as we don't get too much FUD or sell-off or anything like that. I think that we, as long as we're not done in by the macros that are out there, then the things that are specific to the price action for XPeng are really exciting. So moving on from there, the Q3 guidance in the deliveries, they say 21,500 to 22,500 vehicles. And so they notice that that's over 2x when you talk about that, about 150% to 162% year over year. And then they talk about the total revenues, which again are over 2x year over year versus the consensus that they had before. So that consensus, just to this low end that they have in Chinese currencies, it is about 20% upward revision from consensus or upward guidance from consensus, just to that low end. And I know the high end it's not too much, about 20 to 25% between low and high end. So moving on from there, XPeng has multiple catalysts that can drive its growth in the upcoming years and solidify its spot as one of China's top EV manufacturers. Absolutely, I agree with that 100%. So moving on from there, just real quick, Bank of America slaps a $61 price target on this. So lifted, there we go. The price objective on XPeng is lifted to $61 to represent more than 45% upside for shares. So wonderful to have companies that's throwing out such strong signs of growth and able to navigate through the chip and supply chain shortages and Delta variant times so well, so nimbly. This is one that if they can show that sort of perseverance in that way to really make their way through during the hard times, then the good times should be very good. So if we take a look at what TipRanks has to say for XPeng, they say $56, almost a 40% upside according to what they have for the 7 buy ratings. And if you take a look yesterday, there's the Bank of America one for $61. Ben Wang puts up a price target of $72 from Credit Suisse and a 4-star analyst at that. And then not ranked, $46. So a little bit of an upside there. It'd be nice to have some ranking on that analyst and actually know who the heck they are. So I don't put a lot of weight behind that one. And then we have Edison Yu, who does coverage from Deutsche Bank. Lots of coverage, as a matter of fact, I think also for NEO as well. So Edison is actually one that I think has a lot of weight behind that price target of $50, which from $40 would be about a 25% upside. So you can see that as well. They have it at 22.61 according to the price as the last time I loaded this page. So now the part that I'm absolutely excited over, the reason for bringing this to you today when I've talked about XPeng in the past is because of this. So what we have here is a symmetric triangle pattern, and this is not XPeng. This is just a drawing of it. However, I wanted to show you this drawing because when I show you the chart, it is so textbook to what we have here that I think that we will see people trade it as the textbook play that it is. I don't know that it will happen. It's possible that that it fails in order to break out in this way to the upside, but we have the uptrend. Well, we have the points of contact made. We are nearing the apex, and so that break to the upside, I think, is imminent within the next few days to next week or two. We could see that breakout happen to the upside, and it's significant. So let's go over to the chart. So here's the chart on Webull, and I'll zoom in so you can see a little bit more of it. So here you can see the recent uptrend that it's been on along with the other EVs that are out there. And you can see the descending highs that it has, the descending lows that it has. And you can see that it doesn't really, the slopes are about the same up versus the slope down. So this downward slope is about the same as this upward slope that we have here across the lows. And we are narrowing. Now you need at least 2 points of contact on the top side. We have 3, and you need at least 2 points of contact on the bottom side, and we have 2. And for these symmetrical triangles, they play out over about 3 weeks to 3 months worth of time. And as they near the apex, it becomes more and more likely that you get a breakout. It doesn't really tell you what direction. This tail that we have here, that's such an uptrend, tells us that we could possibly get a breakout to the upside sometime soon. Now, something else that you want to know about symmetric triangles is that the distance from when it first makes the point of contact on the top side of this, which is around $48 per share, to where it first makes contact on the bottom of this, which is about 34, that's $14 difference from top to bottom. So that range of $14 means that it's a possible range of $14 for the breakout from wherever it starts that breakout run. So if it starts breaking out to the top side, it starts breaking out up this way, which it has to be volume supported. So when it does move up above the line, we need strong volume to confirm it, or we need a number of days, because this is the daily chart, at least 3 days worth of time moving upward above that line to show a breakout to the upside on this one. So some people will wait for confirmation in order for that breakout to happen. Some people might try and be early to it, but those are definite things that need to confirm the breakout versus just a little bit of upward movement. So if this does play out, it could be $14 to the upside. So that could be anywhere. If it breaks out from where we're at right now, we're about $42 per share. So that could take us up to about $56 per share. If we break out from the bottom side of this at around $38 per share, then this could take us up to about $52 a share. So seeing this breakout to about $50 per share in the near term, even if it does pull back otherwise, we could totally get that breakout in the short term, but it's possible that we don't. Now, from these prices, the nice thing about that is that if I were to take advantage, and remember, this is entertainment purposes only, these are my opinions, this is my take on it, and I'm actually considering making this swing trade. I might do it today, I might do it tomorrow, but definitely I want to decide soon if I'm actually going to take advantage of the current price action that we see, because I think that it's going to break one way or the other. So if it's a swing play, I'll have to set my stops. If it's one that is decide I want to keep it as part of my longer position, then I'll probably just let it ride. However, taking us up above 50 is a definite possibility from where we're at in the near term over the next few days to few weeks for XPeng. And I just think that that's incredible. I think that's exciting. So even at $52 from where it's at right now at about $40 per share, that's a 30% return over the next few days to the next few weeks if the breakout takes place. If it doesn't, well, are you really bag holding? Like if you believe in that price target of $56 per share that we saw on tip ranks, well, for me, I believe in the future fundamental value. So for me, investing now and holding on to those shares, it ties up some more of my cash. It makes me a little bit out of balance in my portfolio with where my current position resides. However, I'm really okay with hanging on to more shares for longer. So there is some risk in this. It could fail to happen. It could break out to the downside and it could turn out to be bearish rather than bullish. But I do believe that in the near future, we could see a bullish breakout for XPeng. So I want to keep in mind $52 to $56 per share over the next couple of days, next couple of weeks. I don't believe that it will maintain those prices, but I think that we could get a decent run coming out from this pattern that we see here. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Not every pattern plays out. There's just other things in the world that cause it to fail. And so we'll just have to wait and see if this is a pattern that other traders get excited about. And if the algo traders out there also take advantage of this, I think that there's some serious potential here. And if I'm right, it'll be exciting. And if I'm wrong, at least it's a learning experience, and I'll try and see if I can find the pieces to put together for what exactly went wrong with it that the pattern didn't play out. Was it something more globally speaking or related to China, or is it other things related to the markets in general? Those would be things that I would want to answer for myself that would be more informative overall, that would cause the pattern to fail versus the pattern to play out. But this is so textbook in its appearance, I think it's hard to ignore. So let me summarize. XPeng, bullish on XPeng over the long term. I have a long-term position, so I'll fully disclose that to you. I am considering doing a swing position that would take a larger position, and it would be a much shorter term hold, assuming that this would be a breakout that would take place over the next few days, over the next few weeks, somewhere that we would see that take place. There's absolutely no guarantee in it. It's possible that I get stopped out and I lose a couple dollars in that swing trade. It's also possible that it gets confirmed and I make a few dollars in that trade. And I also, if I do a swing trade, I like to go with a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. or reward to risk ratio, where I 2 times the reward for 1 times the risk. So let's just say that it dropped $4 from where I entered. So I got in at 40, let it drop to 36, I'm out. That means that I would like to see it go to 48 as a possibility. So it would go $8 in the up direction as a long position, or it would go $4 in the down direction. So those are just examples of how I might take a position on that moving forward. There's also the possibility that I do like the position I have so much that I just let it ride and I keep some of it for a longer term position. Because like I said, for me, some of the risk is mitigated by the fact that I believe that the long-term fundamentals of XPeng and its ability to continue its growth are going to make it really valuable over time, that we're easily going to fill out those price targets that we get. And what I see from the technicals that are here from a short-term perspective, I think that there's also short-term opportunity as well. So thank you guys. And remember, $52 to $56, what I'm saying in the near term. Fingers crossed that it plays out. And if it works out for me, awesome. And I'll let you guys know. And if you do your own research, due diligence, you look into it and you have your research done on symmetric triangles like we have right here. And you see the same things that I see. And so you decide on your own to take a position and it works out for you. Awesome. And, you can just throw me a thank you in the comments if it worked out. And so remember, risk is always there. I'm absolutely by no means saying that I'm going to be correct. I just believe that I'm going to be correct. So we'll watch it play out. I hope it does pan out. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I always appreciate coming here and getting a chance to talk to you. Check out those referral links. Actually, before I get to that, just hit the like button. If you like this video, go ahead and hit like. If you have something you want to share with me, go ahead and share it with me in the comments. If you want to support this channel further while getting more money for yourself, hit up those referral links. Moomoo's down there. You get 4 free stocks. Weeble's down there, 2 free stocks. And then also the Patreon down there. You can also come and support me that way, get access to my other materials that I have and my private Discord, and you can chat with me and the other Patreon members over in that Discord as well. So thank you. Hope you have a great day. Happy trading to you. Thanks for rocking with me. Now go get that money.